Yes, we'll start the question answer now. You can put your live questions in YouTube, in Facebook, in all the social media platforms. I'll answer your questions live.
Nithyananda Sadashiva, Nithyananda Sadashiva, Nithyananda Sadashiva, Nithyananda Sadashiva. ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಹುಟ್ಟುವಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಬದುಕುವಾಗ ಮಧ್ಯ ಬಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಯಜಾಲನೆ ಬದುಕುವಾಗ ಮಧ್ಯ ಬಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಯಜಾಲನೆ ಈ ಲೋಕವನ್ನು ಬಿಡುವಾಗ ನಿನ್ನೊಡನಿರುವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸದಾಶಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸದಾಶಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸದಾಶಿವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸದಾಶಿವ.
Aishwarya Murali is asking, Swamiji, time is skin of the cosmos touching my skin. Is the super determinism? Is the parallel universe synergy trigger? It is not just parallel universe synergy trigger. It's a truth. That's all. It is just truth. Simple truth. Nothing else. And Sharmila Rajendran is asking, how to find out what a person is integrated to you? To. Sometimes it is obvious and sometimes it is clueless. See, when it is clueless, the person is integrated to confusion. That's all. And if you drop your confusions and look in, you will see very clearly to what confusion the person is integrated. Vesant Tekeste is asking, Swamiji, in parallel universe, do we have a form like we do here on earth? Yes. Up to Brahmaloka, you have a different form. Only in Kailasa, you become one with that consciousness. Almost it becomes like a beyond form. Till Kailasa, you have a form. In Brahmaloka, in Vaikunta, it's more like a Nityasuris. The form which does not get destroyed. In Kailasa, it becomes beyond form. Like absolute freedom. You can have a form and not have a form and not be bound by the forms and just beyond the form. That's extreme freedom and consciousness. Up to Brahmaloka means Satyaloka. You have a defined form. Then in the Vaikunta means Paramapada, the Nityasuri state, which has a form but not restricted to the qualities defined as form. And in Kailasa, it is absolutely beyond. Ma Durga is asking, can children attend the program Paramashivoham Level 3? Even the babies which are inside the womb, pregnant, not yet come out, even they can attend. And even if somebody is dead and body is not burnt, that body can attend. Actually, in Los Angeles, we had a devotee. She left means medically she was declared dead, but did not leave the body for I think almost 2 or 3 months, and body did not rot. She attended my programs like that. After leaving the body, she attended initiation programs and then finally got liberated. Veda Swarupa is asking, Swamiji, with initiations you are giving the gold. Please guide us with the simple instructions on how to convert this gold into cash and use in day-to-day life also. Understand? It's too simple. Go on swiping the card. How? In ATM, if you don't get the currency in the first attempt, you just swipe the card again and again. If your credit card doesn't go through, you just swipe the card again and again and you call. Simply put an effort. When you wake up in the morning, before you start your meetings, to tell, I am Paramashiva, so I am going to make my client do exactly what I want. I will be integrated to him. I will make him integrated to me. That's it. Trigger him. Synergetically trigger him. With whoever you need to relate. Whether you relate with your boss, you relate with your client, you relate with your spouse, you relate with your kids, you relate with your pets, you relate with anyone. Just decide to synergetically trigger. You tell the cosmos, see, I am integrated to him or her. This is what I want, and this is what I want them to manifest. I'll be integrated to this. That's it. You will simply see it manifests. It just manifests. I've always seen this happen. There is no struggle. There is no waste of time. There is no waste of attempt. Just try few times and decide till it happens. I'm not going to stop trying. That's all. If you are married, one benefit you have is your wife can train you very well. With your client or boss or family, with anybody. Just consciously trigger. That's all. It's a simple instruction. You will manifest anything you want. The absolute integrity as a power. It has a power even to infuse integrity into the other person. That is the power of integrity. Understand? That's a power of integrity. Power of integrity is it brings integrity even in the other person and makes the collective integrity into reality. Just see how tirelessly I do it. I do it. I do it. That's all. Selvendra Krishnan is asking blessings for manifesting the money, wealth. My blessings, Selvendra Krishnan, you will manifest it. Tatas. I think too many questions have come up. Now it is time for the initiation. Let's get ready for initiation. It's getting late for initiation. We were supposed to start the initiation at few minutes now. So better you get ready for initiation now. Get your pets, kids, family, everyone, plants, everyone get them. Whoever you want to have initiation, and get them all, make them all sit. Let's start the initiation process.
Nithyanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattvamasyaadilakshmyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained what is spa manifestation. Everything deciding as you want. You becoming Kalpatru of your life. You becoming the superconscious being on living on planet Earth and manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva as your reality. It's a science because millions have experienced that, and each one of us can experience that right now. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The pramanas are the evidences to experience the highest cognition, and that cognition shift that happens in us when we go from what we understand as logical mind, which is self-doubt, self-denial, and self-hatred, to the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Paramashiva is real, is science of our manifestation. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural references are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures as Vedas, pure science, and Agamas as applied science. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of Aptas. Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas, Yoginis, Bhairavas, and even emperors, even grahasthas, they all manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. Millions of them were authority of Hinduism who manifested, and all the powers were authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of our manifestation, Bhagavan's own Leela to play, to showcase to the world how the cognitive shift can make you a superconscious being, manifesting all your reality in the outer world and living as superconscious being on planet Earth and traveling to the vertical time zone into the higher consciousness and living as a higher being. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple, devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of our manifestation. Beautifully, Bhagavan says how his presence is more present here right now than all of us here in the delusion. Bhagavan beautifully says how the mapping of the neural system into our space and how the time is mapped into our very own skin. And if we start understanding these greater signs, the higher reality, we'll be manifesting all the things that we want in the outer world as a breakthrough in our life. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. What exactly happens when you manifest powers every single day? Power manifestation is a tapas, Bhagavan says. When you manifest powers, the brain goes into the thoughtless space. How Bhagavan said, Paramashiva reflects in your brain and simply you can experience the fifth force, which is consciousness. Beyond all that force that we know as gravitational force, electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force, and strong nuclear force, the consciousness is so powerful when the minute you lose your identities and simply you can dissolve into the Paramashiva space as the ultimate space, manifesting all your reality, the discovery, the invention, the auspiciousness, abundance, and healing, and much more. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of Akashic reading, revealing the important things. All the great truth are already available in the consciousness. Bhagavan says all we need to do is map how Panini, the kid, is able to recite, and he's going to do the demo. Simply we can map to any reality that we want and simply manifest as powers. Bhagavan beautifully says how we are all self-effulgent and very powerful that we can experience the higher reality. The Shastra Pramana for Akashic reading is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61.
Unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
The Shastra for the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan कृत्वा दृष्टिं निरन्तरां स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात् आकाशं विमलं पश्यन् कृत्वा दृष्टिं निरन्तरां स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात्.
Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the skies and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously, make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In a very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and power of infinite space, Bhairava. That's what Bhagavan says. You can experience yourself as infinite space. Bhagavan says there's no bad or good in life. It's only the integrity or non-integrity. And when we understand that who is integrated to what, we understand how they exist, and we are raised to the space of creating the Paramashiva in each of us as our reality. When we are complete with any pattern, we cannot see that pattern in others. As long as we hold the pattern, we see that pattern in others, because that is nothing but a reflection of them in us. Bhagavan Paramashiva says so beautifully that we create the reality as we want from where we are. And more, Bhagavan beautifully says how Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi has never given any technique at all. But the only technique that he said when somebody asked him for a boon, how to manifest wealth, how to manifest my important things in my life, and beautifully Ramana Maharshi says that all you need to do is just lie down and look at the Akashic, the spotless sky. Bhagavan says that is nothing but the space dimension which reflects into the neural system. And simply that is what exactly he says. How many neurons in your brain literally exist, that many galaxies and stars that exist, how your skin is growing the hair. It's so clearly said in Upanishad how the grass grows on the planet Earth. Everything, we are an app of the universe, Bhagavan says. When you know how to use the app, you can simply reflect it into the ultimate reality. You're already in the other time zones, Bhagavan says, as Paramashiva, as the ultimate in Kailasa. All you need to do is map that Kailasa into your inner space. Bhagavan says, he will map into your brain, manifesting the powers. When you melt in that oneness, melt in love and gratitude, Paramashiva reflects in your brain as himself in your brain as reality, and you experience the deepest love and gratitude, and simply you get sucked into Paramashiva's space and manifest your reality much more than you can ever think of. That is what Agastya and all the Siddhas were able to capture, the Nayanamars, the yogis, all of them were able to translate that Paramashiva into their existential reality when they knew that the future that they are looking at is only Paramashiva, and simply the present becomes a nectar. If the future is only constant, our obsessive compulsive pattern, then we are working towards only the conflicts. Bhagavan says, drop the conflicts in anyone. If you see as Paramashiva as their integrity. Whatever they are integrated, see as Paramashiva. Simply your violence in your system just drops, and you start seeing everyone as Paramashiva, which reflects in your inner space as the ultimate consciousness, which you can manifest as infinite possibility, infinite space, which is the infinite manifestation of you. When Narada went and saw how Krishna was painting the nails of Radha, he did not understand how to manifest the reality. So he said, what is Maya? And simply Krishna said, okay, go and fetch a cup of glass of water. And then he just goes into the Maya of getting the water, not just the water, but also marrying a woman, having kids, and all the delusion that he goes through. And simply he gets into more and more delusion till the root shock wakes him up, and he understands that everything that is leaving is not something that is in physical reality, but it is just a delusion that he created, that he fell into. And he woke up to the reality when he finally calls for Krishna's help, and Krishna say, come back, where have you gone? And then he understood nothing was real, everything was just a delusion. That is what we go on trying to fix our life with all the things that we want. But we don't understand how much ever we fix, it is still a delusion. When we really look for the most important thing, that is Paramashiva, who we are, the eternal space of the ultimate oneness and ultimate consciousness, and experiencing that as the most important, simply that manifest all the abundance and auspiciousness and more than what we can experience. Even as science now is catching up to clearly say what happens when you don't run your past patterns and how you can have a breakthrough, you can create the abundance and reality in your future when you live as the ultimate reality. Bhagwan beautifully speaks on the Akashic reading of renunciation here in Atma Pramana.
Ajapa Ajapa is a powerful way of renouncing the words and thoughts continuously happening in you. Feeling connection is a powerful method to renounce all the emotions which are not necessary happening in you. Unclutching is the ultimate renunciation, renouncing all the identities which are unnecessary happening in you. Renunciation is the ultimate purification process to live enlightenment. The why does not have answer. When the spiritual evolution happens, when spiritual powers are unfolding through your body, becoming neutral to physical needs just happens. As a flow of life, this expresses naturally in you.
He's also asking, isn't the very creation of male and female and the senses also the gift of existence?
Existence provides everything, including poisons. It is up to you to use what you want and live the way you want, based on the goal you want to reach and the purpose you feel as your life's mission.
While savoring the gift of existence, can't we achieve the same highest coherence that we can achieve through renunciation?
Whether you savor or renounce, in the end, only when the identities are renounced, highest is achieved. Even what you call as savoring, in the end, only when you are able to renounce the identity, the base, ultimate is achieved. Whatever you understand as savoring will not lead you to the ultimate, and whatever you understand as savoring will not lead you to achieve the ultimate truth. Whether you live with it or leave it, identity needs to be dropped. Only when you renounce the identity, ultimate is achieved. If you can renounce the identities, even if those things are around you, you will achieve the ultimate. If you can't renounce the identity, even if you physically move away from those things, you may not be able to achieve the ultimate. Finally, everything boils down to renouncing the identities.
The next question is from Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. What is the true meaning of renunciation in the path of sannyas?
renouncing all the outer world objects which you feel as your possession, become one with it out of your delusion, renouncing all the people, renouncing all the places, renouncing all the pleasures, renouncing all the thoughts, renouncing all the identities. Renunciation in its complete pure form is sannyas. The sannyas, even the training of the sannyas done by an incarnation, constantly reminds you into the renunciation, puts you in renunciation.
The next question is from Joyce Devick. How are freedom and renunciation related?
Renunciation is freedom. Freedom means renunciation.
The next question is from Estelle Reiter from France. Dear Mahadeva and Kalabhairava, Dear Master, I listened to many of Swamiji's videos and I realized that I have a deep misunderstanding about renunciation and so many questions are coming up. How do I know whether my biomemory is ready for renunciation?
All biomemories, by nature, programmed for renunciation. It is your mind which goes against the renunciation, creates more and more troubles and identities, misconceptions. If you allow your biomemory to function in a free, natural way, you will not overeat, you will not oversee, you will not over-enjoy, you will not indulge in anything. It's a natural flow, you will renounce. Renunciation is way of life, flow of life as per cosmic law.
Beautifully, such powerful space that Bhagavan is giving us to understand the powerful reality of renunciation. Always he says that renounce something that you don't have. All this that we have, the inner chatter, is all that we need to drop, and we have to understand the very nature is renunciation. The very nature for us to breathe 24/7, we don't have to do an effort. By very nature, we are consciousness. The very truth is consciousness. Paramashiva reflecting in us as consciousness. All we need to do is remove the delusion, all the obsessive compulsive reaction that we have, the bacteria that we are struggling with, which is not us. When we remove that, we see Paramashiva in the fullest. Beautifully, Shakshi Pramana, the devotee, is beautifully sharing her experience.
Record reading. Back in 2016, in March, I asked for my Vedic astrology, and the astrologer is a well-known person. He told me that I'm going to give birth to an enlightened baby boy in my late 30s, and that this boy, the father of this boy is a master, a guru, or a teacher. So I was very happy with the fact that he could see this in my chart, and he, at least 5 times, he repeated that if I choose for this path, the boy will be an enlightened, beautiful boy. So after that, Swamiji opened the gates to Akashic record reading, and my first question to the Balasant, it was Prema Swarupa Maharaj who was reading my Akashic records that day. So I didn't want to give too much hint to him. I was wondering what he sees in my records. So I asked him, do you see any children or child in my Akashic record in this lifetime? And then he looked at the Atma Murti of Swamiji, and in a few seconds he looked at me, and he told me that I'm going to give birth to an enlightened baby boy who will revive the Sanatana Hindu Dharma with Swamiji. That day I felt really fulfilled and completed because somehow I could see my path, especially next to Swamiji. So I was very happy with this reading. But then Swamiji, one of the satsangs, he mentioned, he was talking about the Gurukul school, and he mentioned that if you have 4 children, then give me 2, and he will make a new species from those children. So then I was thinking, one child, then it's not enough. I would like to have more children, and I would like to give more children to Swamiji and to the Gurukul school. So the Sadashivoham program arrived, and the last day we could go for a Kalpataru darshan. And then I wrote to Swamiji that Akashic record reading so that I'm going to have one enlightened boy who will revive the Sanatana Hindu Dharma next to Swamiji. So I would like to have more children so I can give Swamiji more children. And he blessed my wish. And the next day there was Akashic record reading. So I was really excited to see what has changed in my future. So I went to the reading and I asked the Balasant, can you see any children in this lifetime that I give birth? And then again he looked at Swamiji's Atmamurti and then he said, yes, you are going to have 2 children. So it was quite amazing because the Kalpataru Darshan, whatever you wish from Swamiji, actually it really comes true. And the Akashic, so your future is directly rewrite. So that was my amazing experience with Akashic.
How when you go for Akashic reading, you get an answer and simply the Guru can literally give you you get the Akashic reading as default future, but Paramashiva can rewrite your future to what you want as the existential reality in any dimension and any possibilities. Today we are going to ask Paramashiva to reveal the important things. First, we'll do with the past, and then you can ask for the future also. First cycle, let's do the past of whatever that we had important things in our life to be revealed for a partner, so that you know for sure the Akashic reading is real. All those greater signs is real, and more you start manifesting powers, you start understanding the way of existence is not logical mind, which doesn't even exist. The pitta that doesn't even exist, Bhagavan says. All that exists is the space of Paramashiva, the very nature where everything is revealed to you, everything manifests around you. That is the very nature of existence and existential reality, fulfilling all your desires. It's not 99.5%. We are always running behind our desire. Nothing gets fulfilled because we are only repeating our past patterns. That is why Bhagavan says, when you dissolve your identity and declare Paramashiva as your identity, simply you see your present moment happening as the ultimate. Whatever you want gets revealed as your very purpose and very way how you want to exist, and becomes reality too. With Bhagavan's blessings, today let's experience the greatest revelation from Akashic reading of the important things from our past. You can do first for your partner, and the second cycle you can ask for your future, the important thing that needs to be revealed for you to be in Paramashivoham program to experience the ultimate reality. Now, once you write down, the person who you're going to scan, put away your gadgets, put away everything, just be unclutched. Be in the space of just Paramashiva reflecting in your brain as reality. Just melt in Paramashiva, get just absorbed by Paramashiva. Bhagavan says, the minute your identity is gone, you get sucked into the Paramashiva space, because consciousness is so powerful. Even if you think of the lower chakra, anger, fear, or any other incompletion, you get sucked into it even the whole day. Even lower chakras could start making you feel that. Lower energy, could make you feel the whole day. How about something more powerful than the nuclear force? Paramashiva is real, and he is waiting to manifest all the abundance and auspiciousness in your life. All you need to do is for few minutes Surrender all your identity, what you know as your body, what you know as your mind, everything included. Just be nothing for a few minutes of the space for Paramashiva to fill in and you experience the ultimate. So intensely, how do I experience that? Intensely chant the Mahavakya, entangling with Bhagavan in the oneness space. Again and again, when we raise the mantra, Bhagavan says the spinal cord is like the whole Merudanda, where the energy starts raising to your Agnya, where your prefrontal cortex, the Agnya becomes so powerful, it can simply attract, like Bhagavan said, you are brighter than the sun, you can just reflect the sun in you. You are consciousness, the ultimate, and you are infinite. The unbelievable power that you have can be manifested as your reality when you just let go for few minutes all that you know as you and chant the Mahavakya. The deep listening of the Mahavakya raises your frequency. When you're listening, you cannot be having an inner chatter. So when you deeply listen to your chanting, you experiencing the Nirvikalpa Samadhi with Bhagavan's powerful cognition and initiation, you can experience whatever Paramashiva says, write down in detail and share with your partner to verify the detail. So let's have the first cycle, manifesting the power of Akashic reading. And let's start chanting the Mahavakya with the deep intensity and no fear, no greed. Drop everything, whatever Paramashiva says. It is the absolute, it is infinite powerful than what your fear and greed can do. Drop everything and only surrender yourself again and again, being absorbed by Paramashiva. Sit very powerfully. Bhagavan says, he is there to catch you and make you manifest Paramashiva as reality in any birth, wherever you go, in whichever loka you are. So you are so blessed that you are the Brahmanya Bahuputratam. That means you are the favorite inheritance of cosmos. Bhagavan says, if you are here in Kailash courtyard, just do Anga Pradakshina yourself. That is, you thank yourself deeply that you are here to experience Paramashiva as your ultimate reality. So sit very powerful with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands that you are Paramashiva and Paramashiva is real. Only that we need to do, and simply he will manifest the ultimate in you. Let's start chanting few minutes, all of us collectively, collective integrity. Chant the Mahavakya with the deep listening.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, the revelations that Bhagavan Paramashiva has shown you, please call the partners and or send them the messages, whatever is revealed. Any important things from the past of their life that is revealed to you. Now this cycle we will write the future, whatever is revealed as your own Akashic reading as future. Bhagavan beautifully says, as long as we live in the predetermined, the mind, we have only the future that is already, which is past, which is projected. The Kalabhairava, who has his left foot in the front, Bhagavan beautifully says, the past is already, we have decided from our past, and mind can only rerun anything. It cannot create anything new. Bhagavan says even politician can give something at least new, but the mind can never give you anything new because it knows only to again and again run the program which is in the past. That is why 99.9% we do not create anything that we want as a desire. Only our cognition becomes reality. How do I break that? That is what Bhagavan's initiation and Bhagavan's manifestation in us, understanding Paramashiva is real, and the deep gratitude and deep love, even as science has said that it can break all the past patterns. When you surrender your identity and hold Paramashiva as your identity, all the great saints, if you see Ramana Maharshi, he says, other than Arunachala, I don't know what is my identity. If you ask Bhagavan, he says, other than Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I don't know who I am, what I am. Same Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, other than Devi, I have nobody in me. All the great saints see them as the highest reality, as Paramashiva, as Arunachala, as the Arunagiri Yogeshwara, as Devi herself. Whoever your Ishta Devata is, hold that as your powerful space. Who you are, not visualize, not verbalize. Bhagavan says, when the space penetrates the length, time and goes to the length, breadth, depth, simply all your abundance, all your reality, and which is abundance, auspiciousness, and bliss, and discovery, invention, relationship, health, everything happens as the ultimate reality. All we need to do is reflect our future as Paramashiva, and simply the immediate breakthrough happens in you as the ultimate reality. Bhagavan beautifully says he is manifesting through each one of us, reflecting in our brain, making us experience the ultimate to take us to the vertical time zone to experience the higher reality. So we'll have one more cycle of manifesting the power of revealing the important things. the highest important thing, Paramashiva, Guru himself happening in our life. And more the feeling connection, the Shaktipada, Shaktinipada simply starts happening. The initiation starts happening in us. All we need to do is let the initiation in by removing all the identities and surrendering to Bhagwan's lotus feet. In deep gratitude, he is ready to flood us with all the auspiciousness. So let's have one more cycle to write our own Akashic reading, and whatever revelation, please share that in next 24 hours, whatever you experience, because it's going to be such a breakthrough in your life. And be very clear that Paramashiva's initiation is more powerful than any of the forces that we know as the in physical reality, that reflects in our brain and manifests as our reality. Hold that powerful space and chant the Mahavakya with feeling connection, the deep oneness and a deep listening to manifest the power of Akashic reading. Let's start.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om.
Such an extraordinary space that all of us experienced today with all this blessing. Now is the beautiful time to go ahead and share all these greatest truths to the world. Again and again, why should I share? Why should I cause and enrich? And I don't believe in social media. I don't do social media. All that is again and again Bhagavan is giving us this greater reality to enrich and cause. When you know you are Paramashiva, you manifest powers. When you know others are also Paramashiva, you enrich and cause and contribute to them. It's like you start having your kids, you start contributing to their life. It's not just your life. Now you know you are not just the seed, you are a branch, you are a fruit, and you have so many trees to take care. And simply you start expanding more and more. When you start causing, you understand that everything that exists is Paramashiva, everything that there is Paramashiva, and that becomes your reality. Krishna gives the greatest sign to Uddhava. Uddhava is one of the closest that Krishna loves. And Uddhava asks, what should I do that you're not going to be here? What can I do? And Krishna says, don't worry, just understand that everyone is Paramashiva and simply see everybody as Paramashiva. You will simply manifest, Parandama. You will simply manifest Parandama. The ultimate truth is, that is the ultimate truth. We all exist in our own delusion, but the existential reality is how everything is happening as a unified field of consciousness, and everything that exists is Paramashiva. That is the very nature, very truth. And more we see everything as Paramashiva, we be more integrated to everything, because everything is part of us and everything is us. We completely start experiencing the deep gratitude and love for Paramashiva. That is the reason why you need to enrich and cause. Extreme manifestation is extreme causing. When you cause 10 people, you start manifesting extreme possibilities. That is why again and again Bhagavan is giving us this great opportunity. How we teach a kid by dropping a ball what is gravitational force, Bhagavan is giving these small workshops to understand the ultimate reality. Enriching and causing is so powerful. Bhagavan says, I myself will manifest through you each time you cause a person. And such a beautiful space. If you see the dollar sign at the end of the YouTube chat, you can offer your donation to Kailasa for all that Bhagavan is contributing from your side, how you want to celebrate that, thank that. Every temple has a hundi when you go in the first thing. That is because you just love to want to give something to Paramashiva. So you can contribute to Paramashiva whatever you want as a gratitude. And let's thank Bhagwan for all these greater signs and showering of initiation boons and making all that into our reality. And deep gratitude and thanking Bhagwan and thanking all of you in all the social media for waiting so long and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, creating collective consciousness, collective integrity. Such a beautiful space, all of us experience that. And with a deep earning, Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action, in seeing everyone as Paramashiva as my reality, holding the powerful cognitions, and ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for participating in such a beautiful webinar and more initiation blessings coming from Bhagwan. Stay tuned for all the greater signs. Thank you, Nithyananda.